Hello and welcome to another episode of Transport Fever 2. I'm going to start off this episode by going over some things that were upgraded to increase capacity, efficiency, and items going to towns. And the first thing you'll notice is these trains coming into Orlando are now full-length trains, 320 meters, and the Orlando Goods Factory has some buildings around it, an extra platform, and an extra line with more vehicles on both lines, which means we're shipping a lot of goods out to Akron and Lancaster. And those truck lines also got upgrades to deliver more product into those two cities. Okay, so that's the basic upgrades that went down. So I'll share my to-do list. Okay, also notice how we have a healthy bank balance. That's due to increasing that efficiency. Also during the upgrade process, we got a new truck type, and that is these steam trucks, which can handle a little more capacity and go a bit faster than our current trucks. We'll probably upgrade those maybe in this episode, maybe in a stream, maybe, or off camera. So you know, that will happen soon. All the horse carriages will turn into these steam trucks. Current plans. In this episode, we're going to be upgrading the tools factory. We're going to be making a truck line from the tools factory in Oxnard to bring tools to this station. Currently, our boxcars in Orlando aren't running completely full on the way back because the goods, so we have 32 and 45 goods right now on the platforms, and that's a little low for a full boxcar train to take. So we're going to bring tools from Oxnard over to this station. That way we can get better boxcar efficiency to take tools so we can supply Augusta, Akron, and Lancaster with tools. Okay, so that's the main objective today. Future plans is I want to start small with passenger train travel. And so our first passenger train, not in this episode, but probably the next, will be Akron and Lancaster. If we can get good ridership from those two cities, then we'll expand both Akron and Lancaster passenger service to also service Augusta. Also, eventually, the Akron station will run into St. Paul. The St. Paul station will run into Oxnard. And eventually, Augusta will act as a hub catering to Downey, Akron, and Lancaster. And from that hub, we can send a line down through Orlando and Charleston. And we can also send a line to Oxnard, Providence, and Tempe. Oxnard will have also a direct train route from Oxnard to Charleston. So I take that back about Providence. Providence, Eugene will have to hub into Tempe. So Providence and Eugene will run into Tempe to then be a hub going these longer distances. So that is the passenger train plan. Elk Grove fuel. The plan for Elk Grove to get fuel is we want to take a tank train or tank cars and drop them off at this station and deliver fuel into Elk Grove. And for that, we would need to add platforms to that station to make that flow nicely. On to today's episode. We have tools going to the station. There's already boxcar trains coming to the station to take tools. Now, our first step is to make a connection from this station to the tools. And we're going to look at how the elevation changes are. So it's from 54 to about 55, so hardly any elevation change, which is super. We can just make a straight road. We're going to add on a platform so that we can have tool drop off happen. We also need to make a truck station for the tools, and we'll make it on this little windy road here. Shouldn't be a big deal. We'll actually make it across from the tools. Makes sense. And we have a nice straight road to build off of, so it can kind of look nice without having to change too much. We're going to be transporting a good amount of tools, I think, so we'll go ahead and make it 30 meters. We also have great profit, so we can spend the upfront cost of the longer platforms and be okay. Okay, we got our one-way entrance and exit. We connect to the street the cheapest way possible. Okay, and I think we just make a straight connection probably right here. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna need a little curve to get around this farm, so we'll change it to curvy. Okay, a nice little bow for a road. Next, we need to make the route for the trucks. And we'll just call this Oxnard Tools for now. We will send trucks to the line, and we're looking to bring in 71, 79, and about 100 tools over. So we want a rate of about 100 to bring tools over. And this flatbed does not carry tools, so we have to use the tarpaulin truck, and we'll buy one of those. We'll stick it on the Oxnard Tools line, and we'll check out what kind of rates that would bring us for. And we're trying to get to 100, so we should have the money for that. And then we want to see our rate as we add trucks, so pin that. $35, $70. If we double again, that would be $140. So up to $92. All right, and that gets us to $100. Now, hopefully, we'll get some tools loading up onto Oxnard. Next thing we need to make sure of is delivery. Okay. Right now we don't have anything delivering to Augusta, and I think we want a tool drop off to happen here as well as down here. So what does that mean? That means when the boxcar comes down, well, let's see how the boxcar goes. So right now, picks up plastic, goes down there, comes back with goods. And we do want it to have a drop off here. So it can drop off tools and Akron. And then when it comes back to, tools and goods in Akron, then it comes back to pick up plastic, and it can drop off tools here. And what I want to do is create connection on the other side of these tracks and hopefully not misclick things. And adding these little things sometimes confuses the trains. Okay, what would you be waiting on? Yeah, you got messed up, so let's reverse you and have a redo without anything being added. Okay, so to get a nice close truck station for this, we'll put a cargo building down here. We can then make a road, a straight road to connect there. Right now, it'll just be dropping off tools, so we just need one platform right now. I want to build it kind of away from that station to avoid a big hill for those steam trucks to go up to, but we still need the connection to the train. So there has to be something connecting to that road. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Then can we get another road to connect through here? Like a lower level. That's kind of cool, like step thing. Maybe put a little lake in there. These are not residential, so we can connect that hopefully pretty nicely. Again, we're big spenders now since we got so much money. We don't care about making big environmental changes. We'll need a place to drop off tools, which looks great right there. Covers all the tools. We make our truck line. Augusta tools. And looks like Augusta will have its own road depot. How exciting for Augusta. That looks like a great idea for a city block. And I think eventually I want the train station to butt up to this street or over here. So, but that's in the future. But for now, we need trucks on the line. And here, a rate of 71. Okay, we'll start off with a rate of 60. Okay, we're going to make sure we have tool coverage for Lancaster. The tools are needed at that truck station. So we need to make sure the goods line is also going to this train station, which it is. And then for Akron, we're going to be dropping off tools down here as well. And do we have coverage? Okay, so it needs to be dropping off at that truck station, which is the goods, which go to that train station. Good deal. Now we see how we're doing over here. Looks like do we have tools waiting? Not quite. We need more planks. Our planks train is right here. Okay, so that won't make money until we get some more planks over here. The other thing I wanted to do to expand this tools factory is have a shipment of logs coming to aid in the delivery of planks, because when this train comes down, it won't pick up anything for its flat cars. So having logs to take back and make more planks, I think would be a good thing. And I'm just thinking this could be what we use. However, the trucks are sometimes a bit cheaper, but this will get a lot of logs over there. How much planks are we asking out of this guy? Probably 200. These planks are asking, so we need 300. And how much are we getting? 400. We need a total of 600. So I think putting an extra log train online will help. Now the question is, do we use this one or this one? let's check out the terrain. There's a steep grade there, not a steep grade here. So I guess that's our answer. We'll make sure we can expand it later, but we'll start with a shorter train, and that's a tunnel. It's gonna be a tight curve, but what are we gonna do? Sit around? Not anymore. We got many to burn. Alright, again, we can expand it later. So just connecting this. Excellent. It's an L. Or it's a 7. Okay. Those are connected. And I think that'll do us. Make sure we can use that 2 ways. And we'll put a signal 2 ways here. Okay. I think that's great. Okay, how are we going to get a train into that station? Good question. We are going to make some trimming. Okay, we'll make our rail line from the logs to that station. Providence. And boom. And we'll make a train down here. And we picked the 160 version. So 160 meter train with flat cars. 50 Ks in 70 seconds. Sounds okay for what we're doing. And so we'll buy one of those. And we'll send it on to Providence Timber. Okay, and you are waiting for... What are you waiting for? You're gonna select over here. Is this guy got a clip? What is this? So let's speed that up. Okay, so you will be going here. We are shipping some things. Do we have tools? Yes, tools are being sent over there. Here we're going to knock this rate down back to 100. It's clearly over what we need. We're going to just start picking off vehicles that don't have any cargo until we're back down to 100. You won't have any cargo. Okay, I think 109 is more acceptable, so we'll leave it there. We'll go ahead and progress the time as well. I can work on upgrading some more steam trucks. So I think our rate for each should be around, well, let's look at our current rates. We have 86 and 88. So around 90 should be our rates. Aiming to keep those rates the same. Looks like we're over on the plastic, so we'll keep this on a 90 as well. Okay, so we have Augusta getting tools. Excellent. Lancaster not getting tools. Akron getting tools. So what's the holdup for Lancaster? In theory, we could be bringing tools. Could they both have service? I'm thinking we still need another flat car train servicing both ends. So I think that's the last thing I'll do for this episode. We'll add one more train that's just doing logs and planks. Do we buy this one? Probably. Because we have Tempe tools down here as well. Oak Grove Forest. So last thing. Diesel. No, we need the flat tires. Okay, and we'll stick one of those on to Tempe tools line. And we'll run the simulation and we'll see where we're at profit wise as this train begins its journey. Okay, the last adjustment I'm going to make on this episode is we're going to adjust the rates of this tool truck line to hopefully save some money on the trucks. That's how we're losing a lot. Is we need this truck line to have a rate of 54. So we'll give it a rate of around 60. Seems fair to me. So one more, and we should be losing less money off that truck line. Okay, now we check back with our tools and we adjust Augusta to have 50, Akron to have, well, Akron and Lancaster are doubling up with the goods and the tools. So Augusta needs to be reduced to a rate of 50 for its truck line. Okay, so that should be a little nicer for Augusta. Okay, so after expanding this tools factory, I have returned my investment. We had a profit of 10 million in this sector from June to August. and that's very exciting. So in our next episode, we're going to tackle passenger rail, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.